Alright, welcome to photo editing and creation assignment. So I'm going to walk you through how to do this. There is a tutorial right here. If you click on Mr. Stevens' site, okay, he will give you a tutorial if you scroll down right there. It's basically the same thing. The reason why I'm doing this though is because a few changes have happened, but we're still going to use this website. A few changes have happened with the website, the old websites that we used to use for this assignment. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to change the background of an image, and some of you may have done this before. Okay, anyone with a Chromebook can still do this. It's just a matter of downloading a few images, and yes, you can download images on a Chromebook. Okay, all the editing is going to be done online. Okay, so image editing so we're going to click on this website right here on photo editing and creation assignment. It's going to open up this window. We're going to come down, and the two images that we're going to use, okay, are these two right here, dark mountain and sunny blue skies. Okay, all these other images, I'm fine if you want to play with them or whatnot, but and make edits. But what we're going to do is we're going to change this dark mountain. We're going to change that dark background into kind of a light background. Okay, so I'm going to just click on both of these. So now I've got two more tabs, one with the sunny blue sky and one with the dark mountain. Okay, and you're just going to download them or right click on it and say save image as. Okay, it's going to be different per computer, obviously. Hopefully you know how to download and save images on your computer that you are using. Okay, but for mine it's just a right click, save image as. Some of you it might just be Control D or Control Shift D for download. For some of you, for the sunny blue skies, there's a download button right up here. It's a little bit different. Okay, you can't right click on sunny blue skies for this particular image, so it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm just going to click download for here, and here I'm just going to say save image as, and I'm going to save it into my files. Okay, I'm actually going to put them both into my downloads just because they will erase. Okay, so now I've done that. I could watch the tutorial and that will help, right? But I'm going to help you get that through, get through this assignment, sorry. So then we're going to open up this website. It's the pixlr.com website, okay? Now it's /e. This is going to be kind of the advanced photo editor. There's a Pixlr X. There's a few different tools, a little bit different usage. If you feel more comfortable with one, if you've used one or the other, feel free to use that. Okay, so I'm going to open an image, and I could load a URL. Now here's the thing with the Chromebook. If I really wanted to, I could say load URL, and then you wouldn't have to download or save these images at all. I could just keep these open, copy this URL, Control C, copy it, load the URL, paste it right in. And for a lot of you, you might just want to do that instead of loading it anyways. It might just be faster. Otherwise, what you're going to want to do is open up this, open up image, and find it from your downloads. It's the exact same thing. Okay, pretty simple process, right? But I'm going to go back to this photo. You can see right over here we've got layers. Okay, we've got our history toolbar. We've got our different tools. Okay, we've got our menu right up at the top. A lot of you just have no idea what any of that means. Okay, so we're going to walk you through a few things. The way that you look at Photoshop, Photoshop's the exact same way. Most photo editing is in layers. Okay, now you learned that certain files hold layers, like a PSD and a TIFF and a bitmap or a BMP. All those file types hold layers. They're large enough to hold layers. So maybe if I've got a friend who's editing something in Photoshop, and then another friend who's using Pixlr, if I save it as a TIFF, I'm going to be compatible with both, right? So anyways, the way the layers work though is that you'll have several different layers when you're done editing from the top to the bottom. The layers at the bottom are further away from you. You have to kind of look like the computer's like almost 3D, okay? The Z-axis. The layer on the bottom is going to be further away from you. The layer on the top is going to be closer to you, okay? So I'm going to, right now it's got a little locked button right here. I'm going to double click on that. Now it's not locked. I can edit that. A good practice would be to duplicate this layer. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to require you to do that. If you wanted to duplicate that layer, a lot of times you just right click it and then hit duplicate layer. There you go. The reason why you do that is because often you might make a mistake and you're like, oh dang it, I've got to restart the whole project. You've got the whole project restarted for you already. Okay, but I'm going to delete that because I'm not going to make any mistakes. Okay. Well, I might, but it'll be easy to fix. So I'm going to use this wand tool. Here's your toolbar. There's a lot of different toolbars and you're feel free to select. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically select this sky and put another layer, another image, this sunny blue sky image behind it. That's all I'm going to do. Now I could use the lasso tool and just kind of draw my way around, but you can see that's kind of sloppy and it's not going to work out as well. Okay? Anyways, if I use the magic wand tool though, if you hit Control D, by the way, that's a way to deselect everything. The magic wand tool, you just click on it and it kind of guesses where you want to select based off of the color. Okay, you can change the tolerance up here. If I have the tolerance way too high, then it's going to start selecting into my mountain. If I've got it too low, then and I make that selection, it's not going to select enough. Okay, so about 20 to 30, that's good. And then just hold the Control key down. Oh, sorry, hold the Shift key down apparently, and just keep clicking on those parts. Okay, until you have the entire sky selected. All right. Now, nothing was selected. Okay, I totally made that mistake. I told you I wasn't going to make any mistakes. I just did. Background copy. You have to select the layers if you want to edit them. Okay, so if I duplicated this layer, okay, whichever layer I want to edit, okay, I have to make sure I have got selected. Okay, oops, so I didn't, because I've got a selection here. Control D for you. There you go. Now I deleted that other one. So what I did basically, let me just undo what I just did. So I've got a selection here. I've got this layer selected. Now I can hit the delete key. And now everything's deleted. And behind is what we call onion skin. It's kind of this checkerboard view. Completely erased. I just hit the delete key. All right. What you could do is you could go through with the eraser tool as well, which looks like it's right here, the eraser tool. If I clicked on that eraser tool, I can erase things that are selected, but I already did that. I could also erase part of this. Oh, maybe not. Interesting. Okay, well, anyways. Oh, maybe I can use the eraser tool now. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. But we don't want to do that. We just want to erase the background. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say layer, add image as a layer. What you could also do is say layer and add URL as a layer, which is what we decided the easier way. Copy that URL layer, paste it in, hit load. Something went wrong. That's not good. So add to the current. Well, that's also something that I could do. Alright, so I'm going to say layer, add images layer. If something goes wrong, there's other ways of doing it. Okay, so what I did was I just dragged from my downloads right into it. That works. Okay. Okay. Now there's, as far as Photoshop goes, a million ways to skin the same cat. Okay, if you've heard that saying before, basically a million ways to do this exact same thing. I don't have enough time to go through all of those ways with you. Hopefully I can get through just enough so that you guys can do this assignment. Obviously, if you have any questions, let me know. So what we do when I first put this layer on is you're going to see open skies, and you're going to be like, whoa, that's a huge image, okay, and it's just going to be right there, and you're not going to see your mountains. All I did was I dragged it down so that it's behind. Now it kind of looks like a sunny blue sky. The only problem with that is that this layer is still giant, okay? And sometimes it will look like that, and I don't want it to look like that. As a matter of fact, the old pixlr used to open up the image like that, and that's not realistic, okay? So what you do is then you just drag the handlebars. Whoops. And it seems like this is a lot easier than the old one. The old one was closer to Photoshop. This one's a lot more just user-friendly. Photoshop is more skills-based, so you have to kind of be skilled in order to use it. Not this one, okay? It's pretty user-friendly. All right. So now I've got this background copy. I've noticed I've got some mess right there, so I'm gonna maybe erase some of that mess. Make it a little bit better. Basically, that's all. That's all it is to the photo. Now it does say to add your name to it. What you want to do is click the text box, and once you've got the text box tool selected, do you want to add a new text layer? Yes, I do. And I'm just going to type in my name here. Okay. Okay, that's all you're going to do. And you're going to put that, make it probably a lot smaller. Ooh. Okay, so we want to make the text, to edit the text. So I'm going to double click on that. Okay, so if I want to edit the text, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the text tool, right? Just you have to make sure that tool is selected and the layer is selected, and then you can change like the color if you would like. Okay, change the size. It's really large right now, right? That's all there is to it. Then you might want to move it around. Okay, when you're finished like this, you just say File, Save, Control S. And unless you purchase Pixlr, which don't do, this is a free program for the purposes of this class, okay? Just hit save and it will save it as a JPEG.jpg, okay? And as you'll know, JPEGs don't hold layers, so it'll squish everything all down into one. And I'm just going to hit download. And then you'll submit. Cannot load player configuration. That's interesting because they did download it for me. Alright, well, it did download for me. If you have problems downloading it, just let me know. But it should let you download. It let me download anyways. Okay. Alright, if this assignment doesn't work out for you, I can give you an alternative assignment. But it's going to be boring, and this is a lot more fun by actually doing it. Okay. The alternative assignment would include just telling me about it. It should work on Chromebooks. I've tested this out on Chromebooks, and it's all online based, so it should work. Okay, so I'm sorry that I had to make this video so short and I had to rush through it, but like I said, there is another video right there. Okay, you can click on that and watch it, and he also goes through basically the same process that I do. Okay, he explains it a little bit better for some parts, right? All right, and that's everything for that assignment. Good luck with this assignment. Let me know if you have any questions.